allow me to introduce you to a feminist engineering icon, Caroline Haslett. Here she is. Now, back in 1925, when electricity was still kind of quite a new thing, really, she was this young, inspired electrical engineer. She managed to buy herself a swanky new flat in Marylebone, and she decided that she was going to install the electricity herself.
This was not the go-to pastime of your average 1920s gal about town. But Caroline was anything but average. She strongly believed that the newfangled electrical appliances of the day could transform women's lives by freeing them from the horror of household chores.
Thing is, around this time, people were pretty confused about electricity, and understandably so, because some plugs would have 3 pins, others would have 2. This one here, I think, is made of wood. Seems like a slight dangerous idea. And, I mean, look at the absolute monstrosities that were available. I'm not sure how you're supposed to comfort yourself nice and warm while you're sat next to a plug socket in the wall. But Caroline, she wanted to change all this, so she set up the Electrical Association for Women with the amazing slogan, Emancipation from Drudgery. And then she spent 2 decades encouraging women to get on board with the electrical revolution.
Which brings us to the aftermath of World War II. The mammoth job of rebuilding Britain offered a golden opportunity to redesign our dodgy electrical system. So the government formed a committee of mechanical engineers and appointed Caroline as the safety expert. And, you guessed it, the sole woman.
So they spent an entire month plugging away and came up with this thing here. The so-called Electrical Installations Post-War Building Studies number 11.
Very catchy. Within its many pages was something Caroline had really pushed for: a safer, universal plug.
Now, before this point, every single electrical item had to be separately wired into a fuse in the wall. But by putting the fuse inside the plug, it meant that if anything dodgy, like a extremely terrifying electric hot water bottle, if anything dodgy failed, then it would be the plug that would bear the brunt of it rather than blowing the electrics in your whole house.
In 1947, the now iconic 3-pin model became the standard British plug. And the same year, Caroline was made a dame for her electrifying work.